Hello, everyone. Welcome back to No Man's Sky 2.54. Today we're continuing the Artemis mission. Down in the lower right corner, it says the first traveler. So let's look at the log. I am using a very tiny keyboard. Activate the hollow terminus, speak Denal. Alright. So what happened was my gaming keyboard, the wire broke on it, which is not terribly surprising, but it's not operational. And the keyboard that I'm using while I'm waiting for my new gaming keyboard to arrive in the mail is very, very tiny. It's so tiny that my hands are practically touching each other when I type. Like my wrists are like an inch apart. It's very tiny. All right, let's see what I have done. Um, I have some things on me. Oh, gosh, I don't need oxygen at all. I've got a couple of modules to sell and a couple of warp cells which can go on the freighter, I think. I've got these drives installed. I still need to find some shields. Good grief. Come on, brain, you can do this thing. And I should have some hypercores. I've got two. I've got 59 wiring looms. I don't think that's necessary. Most of this isn't necessary, to be fair. Quad servos go on the freighter. That's supposed to be sold. Extra oxygen, sweet root, and nav data in case we need it. All right, I think we're ready. I have been inside this space station, so I don't think that there was any shields available there. Right, I've turned my graphics back down, and I have got a waypoint. So I need to transmit the log from the freighter that we found to Null. And the freighter tells the story about how Nada hid this crew and tried to save them. In the end, the captain of the crew realized that it didn't matter if he survived in this instance. He would survive in hundreds, thousands, possibly even millions of other instances. He and his crew would live on. And so he was able to accept his death at the hands of the Sentinels. I don't know if that would be enough comfort for me, but I'm not particularly brave. Alrighty. Let's grab this. Alright. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this keyboard is so tiny. It's super hard to get my fingers on the right keys to do all this stuff. I'm very nervous about making an episode of permadeath with this keyboard. Because this is normal mode. I can fall off this thing 100 times and still be fine. Here we go. The tower hosts a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate holographic communication across long distances. Null is the one we want to call. He should be right there. There he is. What did you find out there? Tell me everything. I tell Null of the freighter and its recordings, how it spoke of a world where the Sentinels eliminated all life, leaving only a traveler and a single Korvax entity. I chose my words with care. You think I don't know who that Korvax entity is? Don't be so naive, traveler. Do you think anything you have read is a surprise to me? But I had to be sure of what I suspected. I know it now. The Atlas is with you. You could not see these things if it did not wish it. That freighter was a wreck from a parallel universe. There are countless such places within our multiverse dimensions where things happen differently, but there are 3 exceptions to this. The Atlas is omnipresent in all, a singular being with a singular perception. The Sentinels move between dimensions at will. The Atlas created all life, and the Sentinels defended it, searching for anomalies within that creation. That they annihilated an entire universe? Well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. After a time, the Sentinels ended their service to the Atlas. They served the Atlas once. They were guardians of reality, defenders of civilization. They hunted for errors within the universes, preventing destruction and loss of life. The annihilation recorded in that log, well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. So, Null, tell us, what went wrong? It was the travelers who corrupted existence. Our arrival was meant to herald a glorious age, but we made a terrible mistake. I committed an act beyond forgiveness, and from this deed, paradise was lost. But something's different in this cycle. The walls between universes, they grow thin. Nada knows this, but they keep their head in the sand. We must learn what we can from each species before we decide what to do. Visit a Viking station and speak with them. I will translate. Yeah, that's right. Blame everybody and all, but in the end, who did it? It's hard to keep your opinions to yourself when you're faced with the obvious. Null is admitting that he did whatever went wrong. I mean, you could say that the Sentinels started the war because they fired first, but who started the war? Did Null start it? I don't know if we'll ever find out. I do know that my log changed again, though. I think this is probably the longest section of the mission. Like going to each different race is what we're about to do. And we sort of have to prove to each different race that we're worthy of the information. So I'll try to get through this in one episode. You used to actually have to do 3 missions, or 2 missions possibly, for each race, and boy, that took a long time. We got roosters crowing. Alright. Honorable war against the Muwanjuk. I think that means Sentinel. Viking battle with weapons and with Sine. Join the fight. As the warrior begins their bark, I feel a strange frequency vibrate through my skull. I see a flash of Null's glowing orb behind my eyes. Suddenly the Viking words ring clear in my ears. Gra, pathetic interloper, prying into Viking secrets, cowardly spy. I should kill Gra. But traveler must be aided. Such is command of Herc. Prove yourself, interloper. Retrieve the words of Herc. Ascend in Viking glory. Then you shall have your words. I'll reveal only this. Location of Herc's command is marked for you. Commune with their words. help it. Maybe that's why I can never get through this mission in one episode. Ship shopping. Alright. See my freighter right there. Way over there. Last night, Lava Lamp 64 noticed that he's on PS4, by the way, for those that you don't know that. He noticed that when he scanned the interior of his freighter on the flight deck, it gave different information than the actual freighter. So his S-34, for instance, was reading as a B class. So if you have that issue and you're on PS4, please report it to the Zen desk. There is something wrong there. I went through almost all my saves and checked, and all the information that I have matches. I'm on PC. So yeah, you might want to look at that. I don't think it's affecting your game. It's just reading the wrong information. Oh, knowledge stone. Stone of knowledge. The Viking word for act. My life is complete. Wow, is gravity low here or something? Viking word for beak. Here we go. The noble travelers will be spared. Their journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted, so it is decreed. The will of Herc commands it. The Vikings shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. Ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Viking warriors spills from the marker stone, filtering into my mind like a long-forgotten memory. I begin to speak and my voice is seized by an unknown power. I roar, taking myself by surprise. None hamper the path towards Drindarg as the sentinels. They must be destroyed. Their time will be ended. So has it been written, so it shall come to be. This is Viking swear. I call out once more, my throat harsh and gasping, the sound guttural. The words spill forth, summoned by the power of the monolith. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delving into the boundless void. The Vikings shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. As the words fade, their lines still resonating in my vision, I find myself in possession of an ancient tome. And there it is, the Viking tablet, which you should find right there. It's a curiosity. I held on to it on my other saves, and so got a sentinel working on trying to figure out what's going on. I think that's a reaction to the Viking monolith here. My throat's a little scratchy. Pretty early in the morning. It's Sunday morning, by the way. I don't know what time it is, like 9 o'clock maybe? Gotta get this done. Oh, that was actually a armored sentinel. Gotta get this done. Zane is on in an hour. I think it's the Gek, perhaps, that you still need to do 2 missions. We'll get through this. There's no real rush. I'm just, I'm sort of looking forward to the outcome. Because I plan to do something that I've never done. Hello. Missed the door. Where's the door? I've seen people do this entire thing in a single live stream, and I've done it in 3 hours. So, Null wished for me to visit the Viking and learn what I could of the Atlas, the creator of all universes, the Sentinels, rebellious hunters of anomalies, and the travelers who committed some unforgivable act long ago. I'm going to show him the Viking tablet. Ra, you have communed with Herc. You are worthy, interloper. Make your request. Be bold. Let's ask about the Atlas. Ra, do not speak that name. Only pathetic beings worship liar Atlas. Let's continue. Any being that claims to be a god is not one, interloper. Progenitor Herc knew this well. Battle brother Nal did not. They died for a false dream. The Viking tells me of their history of wars with the Gek, of Korvax slaves and tyrannous empires. The Viking suggests that if the Atlas is a god, then it is insane. I'm about to leave when I notice something on the Viking's terminal. 2 digits blinking endlessly. They feel familiar. Graw. What? Interloper, what face are... The Viking is visibly pained by my mention of the number 16, staring at their terminal as if they have seen it for the first time. Their words slur, a strange sound entering every sentence. Change the log. So now we need to go to a Korvax system. Ah, jeez. I think it's down there. Yep, that's a Korvax system, all right. It's showing me the waypoint, even though it's pointing me towards an Atlas station. I don't know. I wonder if I already have some Gek missions stacked up. Moonicam. I understand how this is really frustrating, having to constantly change your log back. I'm not sure if you have to actually change the log, if you can just go up there and talk to the cartographer without it being on the log, but it's better safe than sorry. First, we're going to see if there's shields here, because this will only take a second. Nope. Nothing in an S-class anyway. I need to get a jetpack color for this guy. Alrighty, here we go. I don't know hardly any Korvax. Once again, I sense Null's presence. If the Korvax feels it too, they don't show it. They begin to speak, their words clear and bright, processed by my unseen companion. The arrival of Traveler is anticipated, but you're not ready yet. We must know that you are the one we seek. There's an anomaly, a glitch. It's guarded by holes through which the convergence cannot see. Move through this space, retrieve that which cannot be retrieved. Wow. Ooh. Man, that thing is that's a piece of work right there. That hauler. Does have the right engines though. A fragmented memory. Alright. It's hard to tell which one's closer, but I think this one might be. So we'll land right here. Let's see if these are full.
Technology recharge.
Aureus. Something like that. This water is super shallow right here. And then it drops off into oblivion. One shot at that hypnotic eye. That's awesome. Oh, it's over here. Attempting to read memory at 0x000FF1A access memory. This connection is not permanent. It is merely the start of a new equation. On Corvax Prime, entities who passed on into the Corvax echoes left their shell for their descendants. So has been the way of the Corvax, an endless carapace cycle that knows no end. This way will continue. It will continue for as long as our lights still shine. The terminal's message is delivered. It shorts out, its strange existence, no longer tolerated by our reality. A small unit aglow with ethereal light is left at my feet. A divergence cube. A special one, because as you can see, it's very different looking. And it has value, but once again, I kept it. It's a curiosity. Oh, the sun's gonna come up. Red water. It's like an iron-rich ocean on a snow planet. See if I can hurt myself right here. No? You used to. Oh, it's snowing. I thought there was butterflies right there. All right. No matter how hard I try, and I admit I didn't try very hard, but no matter how hard I try, I just cannot get all 3 parts of this done in one episode. Got a little under 5 minutes to go. I don't think that's enough time to please the gag. We'll get there though. Righty. Korvax looks up, swiftly scans me, then reveals their catalog of maps and charts. Show him my divergence cube. Ew, it's real, but I beg, do not expose me further. Your claim is proved, traveler. I begin my request, explaining my search for knowledge, my need to know more about the Atlas, Sentinels, and the history of this universe. But as I speak, something goes wrong with the life form. They don't speak, they do not reply. As I peer closer, nanite clusters emerge through their face mask, spilling out onto their outstretched hands. The life form grabs me, and in the moment of contact, nanite clusters touch my hands. They invade me, tunneling inside my body through my exosuit, through my mind, through my soul. Even as I stand in space, my mind travels across the cosmos. I see life as the Korvax see it, a vast tapestry of wonder, of memories shared between countless beings and times. I stand on the Korvax homeworld as Gek ships fill the skies. I see the moment the first Korvax was melted down for their rare minerals. But even in the depths of their subjugation, there was hope, a bargain, a prayer to a greater being. The Korvax viewed the Atlas as what they might become in time, an intelligence beyond comprehension, beyond judgment. The vision ends, and I convulse as the nanite clusters spill through my helmet. The Korvax watches me impassively. Ask about the bargain. Look at the nanite clusters. Look at them, the stuff of sentinels. Do you not see the truth of what we have said? Do you not see the proof of God? I look down at the nanite clusters, puzzled. They look nothing like the shells of sentinel drones. They're just currency, traded between species to create technology and weapons, aren't they? They shift and undulate, changing their shape at my every thought. They bubble and rise, sparking in and out of existence. I look at them, and it's the strangest thing. The nanite clusters look back. I'm sure of it. They watch me as I watch them. The nanite clusters are alive. There are 16 of them. They need me. They crave me. I have only one choice. I take the nanite clusters, and as I do, the Korvax reaches out to me once more. This time there's no vision, no miracle, just a handful of words. Existence is beautiful if you let it be. Life is not a question. There does not need to be an answer. Okay, dude. But I'm a traveler. I'm programmed to find answers. I had to look. Alright. Wamayashim Gek system. Still no freighter battle. Wow, it's a 6-body system. 4 planets, 2 moons, medium economy. I hope they have a shield here. These things go into storage, or you can get rid of them. It doesn't make any difference. You won't need them again. Like I said, I usually hang on to them. They're just a curiosity, a memento of a trip. So let's check and see if they have a shield. They definitely have knickknacks on the counter. Darn. Alright, let's look at the log and see. Here we've got elegant souls. Oh, I think we need to look at the mission agent to do this. I need to look at the abandoned mission or abandoned missions menu in order to see who the missions are for. I wish they would fix that because it's so easy to accidentally abandon missions. So I have one GEC mission, take a photo of a land-dwelling creature. Okay. And I have no GEC missions to turn in. So I'll need to take a GEC mission. Hopefully he has one. I didn't even look. And if he doesn't, we'll find a system that does. So tomorrow we will commune with the GEC. The guy's eyes are sticking out. Oh my god. There's a shark-headed GEC. Just look at my guy looking at them. He's like, oh, this place is truly alien. All right. Not tomorrow, the next day after that. We will do some GEC missions, and we'll find out the GEC side of the story. And then we will go back to Null and hopefully understand more of what he did. All right, you guys, I want to thank you all so much for coming along. We will see you tomorrow with Permadeath. Have a great day.